Hello and welcome to round 3 of the Guild Ball British Championship here at Element Games.
So nice and full of lunch.
Yep.
And
Finally
we are
had some food.
ready for round 3. Got Henry Kay using the Union versus Fraser McFetridge, I believe. That's the pronunciation of it.
McFetridge, yep.
Using the Masons. Fraser's just won the Irish Championship.
Yeah, and Henry won last year's Irish Championship. So Battle of the Irish.
Neither of
between
which
the Englishman and the Scotsman.
Irish, yeah, perfect.
Strong.
That nice little thing with the Irish not being able to win events.
Any of their own events. Not events, full stop, just
Oh, I thought it stretched
events.
to events, full stop.
Oh, right. I don't think that's
I
true.
could be wrong.
That's probably wrong.
What do I know?
So, Henry Kay, if you watch the Vengeance stream, he managed to worm his way into Loxham's head. Obviously, Fraser is doing really well on the Scottish scene. He's won the majority of Scottish events just gone. So will Henry be able to worm his way inside his head?
So I think the erratas affected Masons positively.
Yep.
A lot of their harder matchups have been eased up a little bit.
Yeah,
I believe the teams have already been picked.
Yeah,
if my knowledge is correct, Fraser tends to favour Honour. I think he's picked Honour. I'm not 100% certain. We'll hopefully find out shortly. They're going to rush through doing all of this before we had a chance to get everything set up.
Yep.
I would assume it's Blackheart.
We do have their lineups, the full 10. If we want to have a quick run through them, see what the options they did have.
Henry has Blackheart, Veteran Rage, Strongbox, Benediction, Mist, Decimate, Gutter, Harry, Minx, and Hemlock. And Fraser has Hammer, Honour, Marbles, Brick, Flint, Mallet, Harmony, Tower, Chisel, and Avarice and Greed.
Yeah. So from the tables, what we can sort of see down there.
I think I can definitely get Henry 6.
Yep, go on.
I think Henry 6 is Blackheart.
No, wrong. Fet Rage.
Oh, God, I'm awful.
The prize for this round is the first person to miss a bonus timed shot.
So that was the... Sorry, it all went down there. Spot prize, first person to miss a bonus time shot. So we got Vet Rage, Strongbox, Benediction. Looks like Hemlock.
Yep, that does.
Decimate, Gutter.
Yes. And then up there, I'm not 100% certain what we've got in terms of Masons.
Well, the Marbles is the only mascot choice, and I would assume Honour.
Mallet, I can definitely see.
Mallet, Brick, Avarice and Greed, and that looks like limited edition Flint to me.
Yes.
So
very close to the kickoff box.
Yep.
Like very close to the kickoff box.
Yeah. Just dropping out Harmony for Avarice and Greed.
Yep. So opts in for a more, I guess,
balanced.
Well, Harmony's a big goal threat.
Yeah.
Like, and the sort of pseudo 10 influence activation you can get out to be able to bank
just
like 6 VP activations where you kill someone and score is super nice. And then we've got the kickoff scatter coming out.
What's that, Honour going out?
That is.
Oh, that's Flint, isn't it? That's Flint. That's been kicked off. That is the...
That is Flint. I wonder if that's Chisel. It's the other one.
Tell you what, do you want a pad? And I'll go check.
No.
Sure?
We're good.
Okay.
We'll work it out
We'll
as they
figure
go.
it out as the
it's
cards.
Fraser not having the cards laid out to throw me off.
But having nothing laid out.
No.
Wonder where his cards are. And his
Who needs cards?
dice.
Who needs any of that? Unless it's at the top of the table, just our shot. Be super clean and organised.
I really hope he's not got an app.
Ooh.
Well, no, the apps are banned, but if it runs out of battery, then you auto lose the game. It's not good for the competitive. Fraser there got some of the gold Steamforged dice to show that he has won tournaments before and is not afraid to flaunt it in front of anyone.
You got any of them, Jamie?
No.
That's a shame.
Because when
I
I won
some of
tournaments...
mine, I've got loads.
Oh, yeah. You get them from the warehouse? We're not allowed to do that.
Yeah, sure.
So when I won tournaments, a long, long time ago.
Yeah. Back when 3 people played Guild Ball.
Yeah. Those gold dice weren't even a thing.
No, didn't even exist. I believe we also saw the best painted ones earlier in Johnny Cannon's game in round 1. So if you didn't see that and you particularly care, the video will be up on YouTube at some point.
Yep.
They're the blue
and yellow.
marbly. I like those ones. They're super nice.
Or is best painted the purpley pinky ones?
Because there's a best goal and a best painted, right?
I'm pretty sure best goal is blue and yellow because they're the ones I like, and they were the ones that I always thought I had a chance of winning. Whereas best painted, I knew there was above me.
I would agree.
Yep. I am average, Joe average painter.
There's nothing wrong with tabletop quality.
No, exactly.
As long as they're painted.
Yeah.
So I don't think the round has actually started yet.
No, it doesn't
Which is
seem
why we're
so.
just kind of sat here.
Oh.
Fraser getting his...
Look at that.
Are they fisherman tokens?
No, they're alchemist tokens. See the triangle with a circle in the middle?
I can't see that from here.
That's the alchemist guild symbol.
I'm aware. They look turquoise from where I am.
They do look off-coloured, but I think they're green.
Okay. We don't know what the plot cards are for this one. It's information that we keep getting given and not really being able to do much with. So we've kind of... It's a bit more exciting if you don't know what they are and they get pulled out.
Yeah. I went up and I got the 10 players, but they finished the whole
drafting
thing, and I felt like, it feels a little bit just like intrusive to go, can I see your plot card, please?
Yeah.
Because that's hidden information at that point, and it's like, I might accidentally spill it.
Yeah.
Eyesight, I'll just leave it. There's no way of messing then. The round is due to start in 4 minutes' time. So we can go down there. Vet Rage into Masons. Thoughts? Your other option's Blackheart.
I'm assuming the plan is going to be 1,000 cuts, dependent. You know, the armor, you get that defense down. It's very easy with Masons. They're so reliant on the armor. Anatomical precision helps. Like Decimate feels pretty key in this matchup to be able to get all that reliable damage through. She hits like a truck with Vet Rage with the amount of stacking you can do.
Gutter's good for it as well. Like that anatomical.
Plenty of anatomical.
Punching through.
I love Benediction.
Turn 1 strongbox goal.
Benediction is the one can dream. Benediction is the one Union player that I find really hard to drop from a team. I don't even know if that's necessarily particularly good. I just love him.
He's one of those players who's just solid.
Yeah. He's
not above the curve. He's not below it. He's like just on it perfectly. And it's like you do your role so well.
He's Sakana.
Yeah.
In mid-table control form.
Yeah.
Where it's just like
You'll always do something for me, even if you have nothing.
I can't look down this list of things I'm looking for and see a point where you don't hit everything I'm looking for.
So the ball there ended up next to the guild ball, central symbol.
Oh, every kick we've had has ended up over there
side,
somewhere. Henry
there measuring out Gutter, see if he can get to it, then hoof it somewhere.
What's your feelings on these measurements happening before the round starts? Should this be eating up Henry's clock?
Potentially. I mean, if both players are happy with it, then it doesn't really make a difference. But yes, I think it would. If we're going just like to the rules, strict as can be, then yes, this is all on clock because...
in my opinion, it should be until the round starts.
Yeah.
You set up, you get this far where nothing is on clock.
We've not even done influence yet.
And this should be... now influence is...
Well, it should be on clock going on. So if this is on clock, which it is, clocks are ticking. So yeah, we're all good. Okay. Guys in chat, if someone can send some messages, just because my freebie internet from Element is playing up a little bit, I just wanted to check, make sure I am still connected so I can reply to you all.
Yes.
Go, Fraser. Testing. Yeah, they're coming through. Hooray. All right, I believe that is the round due to start. So pass into Strongbox for the Strongbox turn 1.
Nails
Successful.
it, gets the momentum.
Mm-hmm. So that's Everest picking up Greed and now sprinting 7 inches up the pitch.
Seems to be the done thing.
Yeah, that makes sense. Now going into round 3, both of these players, very good players, have won events in the past, will be hoping to win this event.
Yep.
I reckon we're going to see some good clean play.
I expect so. I do think it's going to be just as cagey as the other games.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's going to be the...
means a lot to both players, obviously.
Well, what's funny is Fraser doesn't win anything if he wins the event.
Yeah,
It's already
passed
won.
down.
So, I mean, I guess there's a degree of contention there as to it not meaning so much to Fraser. Obviously, the prestige is good. But
Yeah. I'd have to ask Ed Ball what happens if he wins if he were to win the event. Could he choose which event he wins, and thereby have some control over which second place? Or is it
I wouldn't have thought so.
You've won this event. You've won that. You're the Irish champion.
Yeah, that's...
Second place gets it at British.
I would assume so.
Yeah.
I guess there's a degree of contention as to whether players that have already won championships should even be able to play in other ones.
Because you can influence it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess we'll see. We'll see what happens. See if it's even a thing, judging on the result of this game.
Exactly. Is this a last chance qualifier? It is a national championship, so the winner of this will go to SteamCon USA to compete in the World Championship. There will be a last chance qualifier at SteamCon UK to gain access.
Yeah.
And I believe the US Nationals will be taking place at SteamCon USA.
I think so, but I'm not 100% certain. So a Noxious Blast coming up from Hemlock. Nails it on Flint, I believe that is.
Ah, there are the cards.
Marbles just jogging up to there behind Brick.
Keeping in Go Ape range.
What a rule.
Great rule. Terrible name. Is it your name?
No, it's not my name.
Okay. Oh, I can't even wind that up.
No, sorry, not my name.
What was your name?
Monkeying around, probably, something stupid like that. Mine probably isn't repeatable on stream, if I'm honest.
Now, which commentator will make the first mistake this round? Oh, it's already been and gone. You said he's got Blackheart out on the table.
I mean, I would have picked Blackheart into this, so assumed Henry would have done the same, but he went for Vet Rage.
Yeah.
I just think Blackheart's so
good.
He's just so good.
So good. What can't he do?
There is a very small list of things, like lose, can't do that. Struggles with losing, it's hard.
Yeah, actually after the playing Beast of War, I figured that out, yeah.
Yeah. Blackheart does struggle with losing. That's probably that is his kryptonite.
Yeah.
Losing.
He can't lose games.
He just can't lose games.
It's one of those times that you want to throw it because your friend needs a little pick-me-up.
Yeah.
And you smash them 12-0.
It's like, oops.
Oopsie-daisy.
Sorry, Blackheart, like, you can't. And the pass going
to Rage.
Decimate
so, quick first turn.
Is that Decimate or Minx?
That was Decimate.
It's Decimate. Keeps the momentum.
Oh, interesting. I guess with Honor still to go and Flint still to go.
I guess you could say they're breaking up against Masons. Get it?
I do get it.
Why aren't you laughing then?
That's a question you always ask.
Ronan just muted me. So sad. So it's a weird one, like the double bubble of countercharge almost promotes Cagey play.
Oh yeah. Thanks for introducing that.
Wow, that's cut off my sentence. I am curious to see Rage so standoffish.
Yeah, so the interesting thing with Brick and Marbles is that even though they may never countercharge in a game,
it's the threat. The
threat of it, and especially when playing on clock specifically, the time your opponent spends measuring their 6-inch bubbles is time that you're not on clock.
100%.
And just because you've moved the model 4 inches forward and gone, right, I've got countercharge, deal with it.
Yep. Like, the best effects players have are the ones that you don't have to think about, but your opponent does.
Yeah.
Like any version of counter charge, be it a goalkeeper one or
Yeah.
something along those lines. Like simple as tenderizers +1 TN to shots on goal.
Yeah,
It's like, well, I've got a plan around this now.
Yeah. You just drop that in occasionally. It's like, just remember if you're taking a shot on goal, tenderizers +1, and they're like, ooh.
Yeah. Do I want to get in tap in? Can I get in tap in?
Range? Do I generate the second point of momentum just so I can get this bonus time?
Yeah, just pushing those decision points, making sure your opponent's aware they need to make them, because I mean, I've never been the most for like super competitive play of any game, but the last thing I want to do is get someone with
a
like
gotcha.
a gotcha, as they're called, where it's like, haha, you forgot this rule and now that's ruined everything you wanted to do. Like unpredictable movement is like the biggest
gotcha,
example of a gotcha.
I think unpredictable movement, especially when you've announced it at the start of the game, even though you've said this player's got unpredictable movement, when someone does it and you go, I go, I'm going to use unpredictable movement, and they go, oh, I'm sorry.
And that doesn't feel good for anyone.
No, you're like, oh, I'm sorry. It doesn't feel good, and then secretly inside you're like,
yeah. I mean, you are.
Yeah,
you're
I
a
am.
scumbag.
Yes. Well, I think it's the same for everyone except you.
No, I still love it.
Still love it. Secretly, you're like, it's that smug look you get inside.
No,
like,
the one for me, it doesn't matter how many times you remind people.
Yeah.
They're bound to forget eventually. Like, most frequently I found it when I used to play Midas a lot.
Yes, yeah.
When he was good. Sheds a tear.
Get out.
And he, like, that seemed to be one of his most... There was so much on his card. There was so much going on. People just forgot that was something he had. That and light-footed, which he doesn't have anymore.
That's gone.
Sad face.
Didn't need it. All right, we're all done.
So Henry's going to take a second to
Consider
think about
whether he wants to go
So
first.
Henry won the role, but he's taken some time to consider. I mean, this is a weird one where they're positioned so Henry wants Fraser to have to commit someone into that scrum.
Death bubble.
Yeah. If he goes first, then he's doing
the
same back.
I guess the only sort of trade-off point is that Avarice and Greed and Gutter are both in range to start hitting each other.
Yeah.
And obviously, Henry there choosing to go first. I guess if you let Avarice go first, he can have the full sort of 5 influence activation, put 2 on Greed, 3 on him, walks forwards, drops Greed off, Greed singles out, gets picked back up later on. But
yeah, then you've got to kind of commit to the flank that you're not committed to yet.
Yeah. So 3 on Decimate, 4 on Veteran Rage, 1 on Big Benny, probably for a sturdy throwout, and 4, I believe, on Gutter.
Yes. And then nothing on Strongbox or Decimate?
Decimate, yeah.
You know, that player that at the start we said was going to be pivotal. Apparently, we know nothing.
I say right now, unrequired.
I
guess, is that 2 on Hemlock as well?
Yeah, I think he did put some on Hemlock.
I think it's getting poison onto the Masons actually is really easy and makes a difference as the game goes on.
I think there's possibly also a degree of planning around the condition clearing of the knockdowns and, and that sort of thing.
Yeah, get that smelling salts out there.
Huffing.
Yeah.
Huffing the salts.
Guys in chat, who do you think is going to win this game? Masons or Union?
Who do you think is going to win this game? There's like literally no information to go on.
There's nothing. Both are playing really well so far.
Cutting edge analysis.
Yeah. This is Hemlock going first. Blind is a really good play.
The 3rd mascot of the Union,
Ooh.
Hemlock.
Oh, scathing. Scathing. That's a juicy, noxious blast.
Chucks that down to get those 3.
Honor successfully hit, that's 2 damage. Mallet successfully hit, 2 more damage. Flint also hit, 2 more damage. Flint took 2 last turn and poison, so Flint's on -6. Honor's on -2. And I believe that was a blind on
Avarice, yeah.
Avarice.
So a decent activation.
Yeah.
Didn't have to commit anything. got stuff done.
Blind on Avarice, very strong ability as well.
And he's
We're
going in on
going to
gutter.
see the... Yep, that man attacks first, gets the... Looking for the singled out. Four dice, looking for 4s1, gets 2 hits, take the momentous singled out. Avarice now by an attack.
Players
5
just
dice.
discussing the dice they're rolling.
2 damage on the knockdown. So that blind there being negated by singled out. Looking for 3s. Same result, 2 more momentous damage on gutter.
How many loads of momentous damage has that gutter's taken now?
Gutter's taken 4 currently.
4 in total.
Yeah. And then 2 more. And then 3 momentous damage from that last hit.
So she's taken 7 in total.
Yes. Yeah,
So it should be on 7.
yeah. And then spends the last one to pick up greed. Keep him safe, especially with gutter around.
Yeah.
Guys in chat saying it's a pretty decent bait play by Henry to leave gutter there, so bring Avarice in.
I mean, he's a Union player. Usurper comes in.
Yeah. And Benny walks forwards and punches Avarice. 6, looking for 3s, 4 hits. And takes a momentous knockdown. So good setup play there.
Kind of players just discussing.
It's an interesting one. If you push Brick up now, then you pretty much get rid of countercharge worrying because you can just go and engage him.
I mean, I'm assuming you're seeing a setup for a Red Fury gutter, right?
Yeah.
But I don't know if that gets the damage you need.
Mm. Oh, that's 2 momentum there to clear the knockdown on Avarice. Within 6 of Gutter. Gutter has her knockdown on 4. Spends momentum to stand up, clear conditions. And starts punching Avarice. Players there just discussing the dice math of likelihood of Gutter knocking over Avarice. And Avarice does decide to counter just in case he... Oh my goodness! Whiffs it.
That's not a good roll.
That is a tragic, tragic roll from Henry there. Five dice looking for 4s and 1. 3. So that's 2 more momentous damage to Gutter, but because Greed is attached, there is no knockdown attached to it. He now knocks down on 4 hits.
And that is Gutter on 5 health by my maths.
Yep. I think he chose not to take the 2 momentous damage and instead took the double push. Meaning that to move back in,
Yeah, it's kind of just setting up the setup.
Yeah.
Really great use of words there.
It's just to walk around the other side. So she can't go and engage brick now and get in range for those juicy Red Fury
Side and blows.
kills. So just checking the range of Strongbox. Strongbox is out of range, so one less dice. Poor roll again from Henry. 3 hits with Gutter, be 2 momentous down to 1 if she wants it. Or chain grab to pull him in, to get him inside the turtle's range. If
So drag to them for a strong box.
but gains cover.
So gains it, loses it.
Gains it, brings it in, loses it. Good roll though. Takes the knockdown.
Back on the floor. Now he's staying on the floor. He can't pick back up again.
And everything hits. So wrap does nothing. Writhing blow.
Pushes
the inch to get out of.
No, to get back into benediction. I thought it was maybe dragged out of benediction or just positional play.
Positional. I think it allows Rage to charge in for free, get the crowd out, heroic play, and then start Red Fury in.
Yep. Marbles
moves up.
Stops.
Pushing that Go Ape range up. Now, not knowing what plot cards they've got actually makes a difference for this one.
Yeah, it does make a pretty big difference.
I've forgotten the name of it. But if you've got the one that makes you stoic, then it ruins Marbles countercharge.
Yes. The one from Bennett Braced, is it? Or
Braced,
no, that might not be it.
Yeah. Stand firm. Oh, so one of that one. You know which one it is, people.
And Honor just going for one, just repositioning all the way around. So it's funny how we've seen the the play just sort of
drift.
This was one game that I thought it was going to be a lot more standoffish than this, but we've seen it kind of they've just clashed quickly.
Yeah. But it's interesting because Frazier has literally nothing to lose at this tournament. He can just use this to test out himself against the other players of his caliber, and also just you can test out those weird things that you would consider but never do at a tournament that mattered to you.
Yeah, yeah.
Which attack are we seeing here, sir?
I believe it was a counter attack from Benny.
Okay. What?
I don't.
I'm confused.
Or is he Red Furied?
Oh,
He Red Furied to set up.
Push him in, and then he prevent line of sight for Marbles. Good play there.
And then he heroics, and then charges Avarice.
So get ready for some
Red Fury.
Buckets of dice.
Making everything so confusing when your model's done attacking is not done attacking.
Yeah.
So in comes the big charge. Does he include Usurper? He did not remember Usurper. He should be rolling an additional dice here.
I don't think it matters. And then back down to 3 and back down to 3. So 3 damage, 3 damage.
6 damage in total.
Yep. Two miss. Full playbook, so 4 at 4. Oh, he's taking the momentous, I assume. Same again, 3 more momentous damage. Nope, just throw, decimate. Over the table. So again, 3 more momentous damage.
It's interesting that you say you're not sure how much that extra dice matters, but the extra potential to wrap
and do that one, and do that one, and do that one.
Legitimately think is a big deal, but you know it's not our job to remember Henry's rules for him. Nope. Was that another 3 damage coming out there?
At the end of
so that will leave Avarice on 5, if my maths is correct.
And there's no more influence on the table, is there? For the Union?
Not for the Union. Charge coming in on Hemlock, defensive stance, so charge from Mallet.
Just needs 1 hit, really. Oh, everything misses.
That's that activation over after a very beneficial
Defensive stance. The Strongbox there just moving 3 round. Release the ball. Doesn't. Interesting. Interesting one, releasing the ball. There are better choices where you could have dropped it, given it to someone, and walked away.
Yeah, I guess the most questionable part of that comes in with where Honor is now placed.
Well, that's more what I was thinking, that Honor is in now prime position to just sprint, grab the ball, have a shot, and has double
Like,
dodge on 2
bounce
hits.
off as
Whatever you
much
want,
as like,
really.
yeah.
Or as if,
You kind of remove the need to make that attack
yeah.
by dropping the ball.
I mean, I don't think Henry's going to lose the roll-off. I'd be very surprised.
No, I don't think it's really that. I mean, with his counter dial, I can't see exactly. I think he's on around 8 or 9 by my maths.
So with the additional activation, we got sprint, where'd they go, shoot. So why release the ball there?
Yeah, and
You've
the releasing
just
of the ball is what just gave Flint
a
well,
goal.
the opportunity.
Well,
You could still miss, but
But you would assume.
why would you
What is
drop
that?
that
I don't
ball?
understand that.
I mean, shoot, it's just a misplay.
Yeah. Choice there, they're thinking tap in or a crowd out. I'd take tap in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Fraser saying, no, I think I can get it. And here's why, Henry.
Wow. Didn't.
Didn't know had the close control put on him. Close control.
Well,
Superior strategy.
Yeah.
That's the one I was thinking.
And
So
in it goes, and knee sliders away.
4-0 to Fraser.
4-0 to Fraser. We can't see them, but I can only imagine
Yeah.
Fraser's eyes lighting up when he declared he was dropping that ball. And where he dropped it too, like on the path for Flint.
On my direct line to goal.
Oh, thank you.
Leaving
Just
the
a
ball
nice little
for me.
diagonal shimmy across the pitch, and I guess I'll just bang that in.
Yeah, chat.
Thanks for that.
Have we missed something? Could be another bait play. Henry wants stuff near rage. Well, he had knee slider, so that didn't work.
Well, it's not even that. It's what are you?
You've just given 4
What are you
VPs.
baiting? Like in the time between him baiting in, there is no way that he can get everything he wants done.
No. Kick the ball out. Classic Guild ball. Forget about it. I mean, if this was the play to bring Flint onto one side of the pitch and punt the ball to the other, maybe. But that seems a bit down the
it seems
into the matrix.
You're giving up 4 VPs to get 2. Like, it doesn't make sense.
Ball ends there. Doesn't hit the barrier due to kickoffs not being affected by anything. Twitch chat says they were assuming Henry had some secret tech, which was wrong. Which they said they got it wrong.
Or maybe if he was insisting on dropping it, if you drop it the other side of the wall, just to make it so he has to collect it with the where they go, so he doesn't have the freedom of positioning that he had. But no, I'm going to put that one down as a misplay, rightly or wrongly.
That could cost him the game.
Yeah.
I mean,
when you've been just wandering around with the ball like that, and then just give up 4 VPs.
And an extra influence for the rest of the game.
Yeah. And when you're looking at an Honor lineup with Honor Legendary, suddenly the influence starts to skyrocket.
Yup.
That Legendary turn from Honor is terrifying.
Oh, it's horrific. The influence one is horrible, but so is the armor one.
Yeah, into this lineup.
Go and say, hey, you want to hit us? Well, you need to hit us through 3 armor and enjoy your 1 momentous damage this turn.
Imagine how slow a turn if it was Blackheart versus Honor and you saw both legendaries popped 1 for defense, 1 for armor on the same turn.
I see.
Well then. Should we just say next turn and just leave everything where it is?
Yeah. Just walk our players and take our influence off the table.
Yeah.
0-0 initiative roll. Oh, Reggie's legendary.
So I believe Honor is on 13 health.
Yep.
Flint is on 5. No. 6.
Yep.
Mallet is on 12. I think, because of the poison damage.
Yeah. So, Rage Legendary is my gang. Grim potential turn. 5 hits after rolling the dice.
I believe Avarice has 5 health left.
Yeah.
Does this take both models off the pitch?
It will do, yeah. Does
Does it count as a takeout for Greed?
I don't believe it does.
2 VPs or 4 VPs?
You'll get 2. I think.
Okay.
Worth checking with the TOs, probably.
Someone in the chat might know.
Yeah. Guys, in the chat, this hasn't come up in our friendly games yet. If Avarice dies while holding Greed, what happens? I assume he just goes off with him.
Yeah, it goes off with
He's
him.
off the table. He's not
2
actually
VPs
on
for the
there.
takeout, but
That's my gut feeling.
Rules as written, it's a model going off the table, which is technically
But he's
a
not.
takeout.
Greed isn't on the table. He's removed from the pitch.
Got you.
So I assume it's just a 2-0.
I'm assuming it's 2.
Yeah, it's just 2. We just had it confirmed. Oh, we're
Hooks
seeing.
in marbles.
Yeah,
So
hurt
this
it.
is-
That's what you want.
They like fighting over possession of that bit of wall.
Yeah. Well, I guess we're going to see if we can hope to get the Scythe Blows now.
Yeah, probably. Seems.
The thing is, if Avarice doesn't die, then Rage has no one to charge.
Yes. It's a horrible roll. Plenty of Australian 6s in there, but it is the Scythe and Blow.
Yeah. Just checking dice math there. Yeah, 3-2. Oh, Flint got chain grabbed in. Whoop.
Yeah, there were 2 chain grabs.
I missed that. Strongbox getting hit by these. No, not the tortoise. Red Fury Gutter again, Avarice on 2. Get the chain
I'm
grab.
guessing he's hoping for the. Yeah, it's another Scythe and Blow.
Flint's on 3 health, so Scythe and Blow takes out Avarice and takes out. So that is Henry K up to 4 and Frazier on 4 as well.
Marbles has 2 health left.
Big play from Henry there.
Yeah. Took a lot of influence off. Did he take a lot of influence off the table? Was there any
4.
influence? down
4
there?
influence.
So
4
it was
influence
a
and a
decent amount
legendary.
of influence too.
Good trade. Very good trade. And obviously,
A lot of
Rage.
momentum.
Well, Rage doesn't have to move yet. You could just go charge, kill marbles. Unless I've missed something.
Yeah. Well, you have to be aware of the
Brick counter.
brick counter charge.
Yeah. Staying out 6.
You would expect this to be.
One would think you'd get 1 hit. That's a dead marbles, but is it a wrap to get more momentum? 2 momentous results. So I think that's Henry like in double digits after 1 activation of momentum.
Yeah.
Big turn. So 5-4 to Henry on the scores now.
And that's what, 4 influence used?
4 influence.
Wow.
Yep. I wouldn't say it was bait though, because
No, I think he
that's fortunate.
made the best out of a.
Bad situation.
Well, it wasn't a bad.
No.
I refuse to believe that was intentional.
Yeah.
Because you cannot drop that there and expect someone
Flint to come and get it, pick it up, and dodge to within.
Like, I guess you can
Chain grab
you can
range.
assume that's going to happen when Flint's got superior strategy on him.
Yeah.
But that just seems brave.
Yeah.
To give up 4 VPs like that.
Yeah. So Mallet there having superior strategy.
Does Marble still have Love Creature?
He does, yes.
So +1
So they're all
attack.
+1 attack. That was blind onto Mallet. Then walk 6 over to the ball. Yes, no? Thinking about it. Clever. Picked up the ball, snapped it, dropped it. Kicking it. Really.
Must be a bait, right?
Yeah, sure. Here's where Flint is like, oh, by the way, Flint, superior strategy.
Dead.
How?
Yeah, I killed him.
I killed him already. Scrub Branham says the bait probably didn't factor in knee slider. The 4-inch dodge is still there, and I think knee slidering to stay within 6 inches of gutter is a tough one. Nevertheless, good play from Henry in the end, making the perfect
I mean,
use out of that situation.
There are 3 models left on the table on the Mason side, so he has a massive activation lead here.
Yeah,
and he did. I mean, the biggest part of that is it was 4 influence.
Yeah.
That's the biggest part.
4 of his 12. Or 11. I can't. Yeah, 4 or 12. No. Ooh. So
The battle of the giants in the middle of the pitch.
Brick v Benny.
Benny wins every time.
Benny wins this.
He wins my heart at the very least.
Maybe not. Runs us 2 damage, knockback.
Does not follow up.
Poised, no effect there.
Yep.
Henry declared the counter attack, but obviously the knockback keeps him away. Strongbox walk up. Killing activations, let the Masons player run out.
Run out of all yours.
All yours, and you go, okay, my juicy stuff is still yet to go.
But, I mean, Fraser's being clever here. He's not committing anything he doesn't need to commit.
No. Brick's still got counter charge. Blind really hurts Mallet. -2/-2 move on a 4/6 model.
I remember that being a big one back in the day when Blind
was an AoE and it hit all the Brewer players and you just
or
cried.
Masons. It was
All Masons,
horrible.
Yeah. They were more so for Brewers because they have no.
Well, that's why I picked out Mallet specifically.
Yeah,
his 4/6 move. I mean, he's still at the 5-inch threat range because he's Mallet, but
yeah, I remember playing quite a lot of games for my Brewers against Union, and seeing Hemlock put down, you're like, oh no.
Oh dear.
Oh no.
Oh, I remember when Hemlock was ridiculous.
Remember
she's mascot number 3 now, but she used to be ridiculous.
Yeah.
2-inch melee.
2-inch melee, def
6s.
Basic.
Grim.
That's all that's changed. And the playbook and attack.
Yeah, I'm right in saying her playbook did get a shift. She's got a double push, double dodge on there now somewhere.
Yeah, at the very end. It's because she went to attack 4 after attack 3.
Yeah.
But I remember having Hemlock walk through the middle of scrums, safe as she likes. So is that boring range?
Unfazed.
I don't care.
Yeah.
Have your 4 momentous damage. I'll heal it.
Yeah. Are you going to charge me or defensive stance? You just lose a dice.
So we see here Decimate charging in against Brick. Defensive stance, so looking for 3s. Oh, God roll.
It's a good roll.
9 down to 8 hits. Momentous 1,000 cuts. Oh, the def debuffs.
I thought that was... When I looked at the lineup, as I said, I felt like Decimate was going to be a key piece.
And that was 2 down to 1 momentous damage, I believe, as well.
Interesting that it's almost like Henry keeps going into the ones that he knows are going to take a while to get down, to stack up those debuffs, forcing other players to come in to try and help, and setting up the scything blows.
Yeah.
Or roping them in himself.
Yeah. So 3 damage there, down to 2 from that roll. And a 1-inch dodge. And then Gutter to go.
So setting up ready to win the next turn and probably kill Brick.
Yeah. Gutter jog 6. Rolling all the dice in the world, really. 5 basic, plus Decimate, plus Rage's Legendary, plus Benny, plus the -2 defense.
No Benny, I don't think.
Oh, no
Benny got pushed out, right?
Oh, okay, yes, you did, yeah. 3 damage after all the buffs are applied there.
And obviously tough hide.
Gutter heals herself for some as well. Same again, 3 more damage to Brick. And Gutter heals 1.
Manually writing this down is so fun.
Oh, big roll. Don't have line of sight for the chain grab though. So the players here now discussing. Gutter wants to push Brick 1 inch away
and
to
then
view
declare,
line of sight, and then
because
declare.
they're resolved simultaneously.
They're resolved
that's not
simultaneously,
how it works.
so I don't think that's what happens. Judge's result coming in.
They're simultaneously, that shouldn't be the case.
Calling over Bryce to check this one.
But yeah, they're simultaneous. You
That's
could declare both, but you would get a push, and then chain grab wouldn't
chain grab
work
wouldn't work
because you didn't have line of sight when you did
You
it.
work it out at the time of it happening.
That'd be like saying, I'm going to push you so you're engaged by this guy, and then I'm going to roll an extra dice because I now
like
crowd
you're
you
not-
out.
yeah.
That's not how it works.
Yeah. We're just going to listen in. So, Bryce just has
So
to
they're now
go to
discussing
the
it.
rule
I'm
book.
curious.
They're trying to go to the comprehensive timing sequence.
Yep.
To see how that is resolved, and we can bring it up on our not on stream, but
no, I'm relatively comfortable saying that that is not how it works. You have to declare them even though the resolution isn't simultaneous. They are declared at the same time, and Honor is an illegal target for that currently because she cannot be seen.
So, whilst we're being quiet, we're just listening into the judge's ruling.
And you can see a lovely picture of the gaming centre.
Yep.
It's a lot of Guild Ball.
So much Guild Ball. Normal turn sequence. Rolling down.
So did
Playbook. Selecting results. Single net hit.
Sorry for the break and the quiet. Yeah. We're currently trying to wait for this to be resolved properly. But I'm.
This one says the controlling player must resolve all valid effects generated, but may do so in any order. Wrapping. Occasionally attack is wildly successful and can wrap if an attack generates more than one net hit. So. In this instance, the active model counts up to the last column and selects a single result. The active model then may continue counting columns on the list. Must resolve was generated, but may do so. I think that's actually quite. The controlling player must resolve all results, but may do so in any order.
Yep.
Yeah. So all results generated from a single attack are considered to be simultaneous events, but are individually subject to any applicable modifiers. And because the line of previously, the controller player must resolve all effects generated, but may do so in any order, that you would push, trigger this now. I think that's how it reads, personally.
Yeah. It looks like they're going to come to one that they... It's the weird part is the line of sight thing makes it weird in terms of, like, no one's arguing the order in which they're resolved. It's just whether it is even a legal play to declare. And if you choose it, do you have to declare the target at the time you say you're doing it?
So now what Henry said there, to counter this point raised, is that if you were to dodge into range of somebody and then use a playbook result, would that be okay? And they said, well, yes. So theoretically, this is gone.
And then the chain grab.
Push. Now I'm a legal target, so you'll do it that.
Yeah.
So that's how it's been resolved. Kudos to the rules team there. I think that's correct. Reading the rules, it's not how I would have played it, and I think that might have been a change from previous editions, but reading the rules, it does seem quite clear. So Honor there pulled in, and then whiffs his dice roll, doesn't get the
3.
doesn't get a scything blow. What he wanted. Chain grab brick, bring him in.
Brick. So brick on 10 health.
Yep.
He's just setting up for
it's the next turn.
The whirly boys.
Mm-hmm.
And Malek takes 2 from poison.
Yeah, so this poison is really helping out.
Yeah, yeah.
Just ticking away at those players that aren't in the scrum.
I think it cleared it on Honor, right?
I believe so. The token's gone away, so. And this is a good play from Henry.
Yeah, he's taking full advantage of these low def models when he can. And that was just, it was that first activation, the amount of momentum he got out of, I mean, he made use of
Could we call this one the Gutter Masterclass?
No.
No?
No.
The Rage Masterclass.
I would be more than willing to call any of this a masterclass had he not dropped the ball off with Strongbox and let Flint score.
But if that had been baiting...
Well, if it's been baiting, then it takes that are getting inside someone's head to a whole other level.
Yeah,
but it's more the fact that he's able to tell precisely what range that is without laying out any templates.
Yeah.
And I'm aware gauging distance is a skill you definitely pick up as you play more and more games.
Yeah.
But,
yeah.
We'll have to ask.
We'll ask afterwards.
Curious. I mean, knowing Henry as I know Henry, I suspect he'd say it was planned on a bait, whether it was or wasn't, because it went as it did.
Yeah.
So now the... this isn't the start of the game.
No.
This isn't deployment.
If you've just joined us, we are in turn 3. Now.
Yes, turn 3. Nice, quick game. I say that. It's been super involved and super entertaining.
Yeah.
The clocks are starting to run down. Henry on 22 minutes, Fraser on 28.
Yeah.
Score still at 5-4. That's going to change after this activation. I'm not under any false pretenses that that's going to maintain as it is. Be interesting to see if he can get Honor and Brick here. Honor is only on 13 health. That poison did a decent amount of work.
I wonder if you go... Well, we had the legendary turn from Rage, and that's the big damagey turn done.
Well, with didn't his heroic change? So the legendary...
So his heroic can be... It's basically the legendary on one person. They gain +1 second, +1 damage to playbook results.
Whereas the
legendary is
everyone within 6,
in this aura,
right?
It's just 6-inch command in aura basically.
Rage goes. Rage does not go.
So Rage there, just checking to whether he can actually charge Honor.
And Benediction heals 2 due to regenerate.
Yeah.
I wonder if he might go for a quick time.
No, Rage go, quick time. Sorry, Rage go, charge Brick.
Yeah.
No reactions, so no counterattacks coming in.
And then he's going to, I mean, we know what's coming.
Yeah,
he's going to charge, he's going to heroic gutter.
Get the momentum, heroic gutter.
Rope in Honor.
Yeah.
And then beat the tar out of her, right?
Yeah, well, Honor is in 2 inches of her anyway.
Oh, that
because 6 inches is the range for chain grab, and you get pushed 4 inches.
Of course, yep. That's a big hit.
Oh, wow. So we just had to confirm there that last turn Mallet charged Hemlock twice and got no hits both times. Whereas Henry rolling hot fire.
Yeah, it's on 2s.
You say hot fire because it's 2s.
He just didn't roll any 1s. I mean, you'd expect, 1 or 2 out of that lot? But it's not entirely out of the realm.
So it's a 3 damage 1-inch push. And on the wrap. The 2 damage 1-inch push goes to 1 damage.
And then
concussion.
3 damage concussion, so that will be 3 damage in total, correct? after Tough Hide?
2 down to 1 and 4 down to 3. So 4.
I thought we went for 2 damage with a push.
2 damage with a push down to 1 on the wrap.
Yeah.
And then 3 damage down to... Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I thought it was a 4 concussion. Heroic onto Gutter. And have Gutter start hitting on her. Just so that if you don't hit your scything blows, you hit your...
You're gonna hit your scything. Oh no, all the buffs aren't present.
The buffs aren't there.
Strongbox is quite far back.
4 hits, that is a scything blow. But he takes a 2 up to 3. No, scything blow's 5 now, isn't it?
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think it is.
It's a 2 up to 3.
So 10 health left on Honor.
Shouldn't kill. Maybe he actually will kill her.
Don't think he will.
No.
Not with that, he won't.
Not with that roll. 1 up to 2.
He's only got 4 left, right? He's got 2 attacks left.
With Red Fury.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is the 3rd.
Oh. 1 up to 2.
6. Yes,
6 health remaining.
Right. I love it. I love it when I sit here marking it and then they ask what the health is and I got it right.
Last one.
I think this was a greedy activation. I genuinely think this was greedy. He was looking for too much.
So this was from Decimate.
This was from Decimate.
And
he takes 2 momentous damage with a 1-inch dodge.
Honor declared the
poised
free counter and has... Obviously it's Decimate, so dodges away.
She's got 4 health left. I think Fraser getting tilted to a degree.
Yeah.
Is that the phrase?
I think that is the phrase.
Maybe not tilted. He's just a bit... Try and claw your way back into this.
Yeah, it's rough. This is rough.
Flint Flint up to his heartstrings.
Yeah, it's Flint up for scores. It's now 8-5.
Who saw it coming? What's crazy is like this, because of how good Flint is at scoring.
Yeah.
This still feels like that's
doable.
The way it goes when you're playing a team that is out there to
score goals. Yeah, it's like oh no, 3 players died, but I scored 2 goals, so everything's okay.
And it's like maybe Fraser is throwing the ultimate bait, where he's built quite a punchy team.
You're also killing my guys.
Well, he's built quite a punchy team to try and distract from the focus of the ball.
Yeah.
And he's just like, cool, I'll have that one, now you put that down. Oh, I'll have that one, now you put that one down.
Did you ever get read a book as a kid called Burglar Bill?
No.
No? His catchphrase was, "Ooh, I'll have that."
Yeah, that's
just I'll have that.
There's so much that. It's just like you just keep seeing these little treats laying there for him, following the breadcrumb trail of dropped balls. And he's just following it around.
Oh, I'll have that. These baked beans look nice. Oh, I'll have that.
Baked beans?
He stole baked beans, Burglar Bill.
He doesn't sound like a great role model for children. He says
he steals baked beans to feed his burglar child at home.
His burglar child?
Yeah. It's really weird, but he steals a child. and then goes out to steal food to feed the kid. And he meets Burglar Betty.
He steals a child?
Yeah. He steals a basket. And when he gets home, he's like, "Oh, it's a baby.
Oh.
You can be Burglar Baby."
Sounds like a great guy.
Classic children's book.
Oh, dude. So
tangents are happening, Scrub Random.
Wild. Henry's finally decided what's going on. Hemlock picked up the ball, as always, went for a wander and dropped it.
Yeah. We've seen how dropping the ball works.
I mean, I don't know how far Henry's trying to drop it. He drops it in the middle.
Perfect for Flint.
And that was his first activation of the turn.
No. Veteran Rage was. Remember?
What was Fraser's first activation of the turn?
Honor's not there anymore, so she's run away.
She's at the top.
Burglar Bill, what a guy.
No, don't bring it up again. Not getting lost on that one again. With the world's worst English children's role models.
Tell you, Google Burglar Bill. Great book. Fantastic book.
Getting the thumbs up from Ronan. Apparently I'm missing out on this absolute heathen. Stealing children. Stealing beans. He seems to have like a weird... He's got a super weird flow to what he steals. Yeah. Like some things like, children
But
you know, that one's quite high up. Baked beans pales in comparison. And I'm sorry, but he doesn't get like the get out of jail free card because he steals beans to feed his stolen child. That's not how it works.
Dear.
So basically trying to plan out whether Flint can go and get the ball and just trying to plan everything out just to work out what's going on here. And so Flint is cruising up here. So he's up there, and I believe the player said from where he's standing there, he has 3 inches of dodges left. But I could be wrong.
So going there. Oh, I'll have that. Dodging back.
And then
Still got an influence left on him.
Was superior strategy put on anyone?
Don't think so. I think Honor spent all her influence getting out of there.
Okay.
So they rolled it all, but he is blind apparently. So he's.
And then he's going to dodge Flint.
Yeah.
So they made a pass to Honor and then dodged Flint back. There's widgets being put down at the... somewhat lost as to what all these widgets are for at this point. There's a 6-inch widget put out from Fraser's goal and then an 8-inch put out from his own goal. Going with Gutter here. He does take a 1-inch push. And pushes him back 1 inch. And then he walks up 6 over to there. And then hits her again, trying to rope in Avarice here.
Yeah.
So that was what all the setups, that's what the widgets were for. Takes the chain grab on Avarice. And now Avarice has been pulled in. And he hits break again.
Yeah.
Not sure why he wouldn't hit Avarice there, but...
Yeah.
And another 1 damage to Brick. And Gutter, after all of that, is back at full health.
Classic Gutter.
And I believe Brick is on 6.
Do you remember when Life Drinker used to be 2?
That was fun.
That was
For
great.
everyone involved.
I've hit, oh no, I'm on 1 health. I'm on full health.
It's
Why?
Fun. It's fun to look
How
back.
Did that happen?
Brick choosing to hit, I believe, Gutter.
Yep.
Takes the knockback. Takes the knockback to disengage.
Yep.
And Brick's done.
So we still got Decimate to go.
And Mallet and Marbles and Avarice on the Masons.
It's not a great turn. Blind Mallet, Avarice with 1, Marbles.
Yeah. Henry's done well to get a lot of value out of blind.
Yeah.
Big Benny wanders around. The murder ball begins to form again.
Yeah.
The compass of death with Brick standing in the middle of it.
Yeah, Brick at the epicenter. Not charging anyone.
No, this is...
In the fluff, this is Brick valiantly defending his team by holding everyone in place, though.
In this game, this is Brick slowly but surely getting murdered.
Yeah.
Sorry, I ruined the scene.
Yeah, you did,
but that's
didn't
what
you?
this is.
Wow.
If there ever was a situation that Thousand Cuts
How are
was
the
named
church
after,
letting this happen?
they're helping. Benny's in there like, yeah, this is fun.
Yeah,
We're hooligans now.
Grace ain't here.
Yeah. Showing, write it down. You must be here somewhere.
Show in.
And poor Avarice.
Gets knocked down.
Back where he belongs, on the floor.
I think he spent the last momentum there.
I believe he did spend the last momentum there to clear that condition on Avarice. And this is Decimate going in on
Decimate
Brick.
going in. It's the last one, so there's no point 1,000 cutting. I believe that's 1 damage.
It might have been
2 down to 1. 2 down to 1.
I'm not sure if he's taken 3 down to 2 because he doesn't need the momentum.
True. Yep. 1 more die. Should have been rent. No, I'm pretty sure he's saying 2 momentum 1 inch dodge. I think he's farming. Oh, bad roll. Yeah, 2 momentum 1 inch dodge. Down to 1.
So, and that was 4 of those?
Yes, I believe so.
So his Brick should have 2 health left by my records are right. And Strongbox, I'm assuming, is just going to advance up
or get in
for
range
the next activation. The writing is on the wall for Brick. But as always, we show how good at this commentary thing we are, expecting the VPs to not stay as they were.
No.
And they have entirely stayed.
We thought, oh, big explosion.
Well, I thought at least Brick was going to go down.
Yeah. I think the possibility was definitely there. I think Henry's just...
I think he was too greedy on his... I mean, he may have been entirely intentional. He actually wants to keep these easy scything blow targets around to benefit off them. But it's weird in a Masons team where everyone's kind of low def, and as long as you put a def debuff on them, they're all kind of just as easy to hit as...
Yeah, they're all 3-2.
Like, the only thing that makes that easier and more reliable is stacking the def debuff.
Really, the easiest is probably Flint for Gutter.
Yes.
3s. No armor.
Yeah. But that being said, like, it's when there are other players around, as we saw at the end of the... Was it at the end of turn 2? The start of turn 2.
Start of turn 2, yeah.
When they've got tough hide, they're a nice model because they don't die before everything around them dies.
Yeah, so they're there.
There's nothing worse than setting up all the def debuffs on a model and then they die when all the stuff around is still alive.
Yeah, yep. So this one going into turn 4 and feels a lot less, a kind word, draggy than the previous game.
I mean, I think you could... The fairest way I could say it is it's more entertaining. There's more going on.
Yeah.
Decisions are being made much quicker.
Things are dying as well.
Something I do want to touch on.
Yep.
I played Veteran Rage a reasonable amount. I'd played a few events. Found the hardest thing was playing quickly with him.
Yes.
Clock out nearly every game. And generally, I play relatively quickly. I don't think, just go. And I've found it's just the amount of dice rolling and calculation that you have to do. So it's legitimately impressive that Henry still has 14 minutes left after all of these attacks.
Yeah. But he is currently 7 minutes behind.
Yeah, so Fraser's got 21.
Or I should say Fraser's 21 minutes ahead.
Not 21 minutes ahead.
7 minutes ahead.
7 minutes ahead. Yeah. Has it been a long day, Jamie?
We're getting there. We're getting there. One more game today. Still watching, only listening, but it's a score 5-8 now or still 5-4? It's still 5-4 currently.
Brick finally goes down.
And Brick has fallen. It is now 7-4 to Henry K.
And
start the turn.
And then the heroic on Rage himself, and then his free charge on Avarice.
Goes flying forwards.
Is he going to remember Usurper this time?
Probably not.
Probably not.
Nope, he didn't. Did not remember Usurper. 3
Stacking
ones in
up
there.
dice. Impressive.
Yeah. So four damage total there, 2 momentum generated on the wrap. And
Which
again,
will leave Avarice on 6 health. Assuming he comes back on 10.
He does. He did come back on 10, yeah. Three damage.
I believe he's got 3 left.
4 left. 3 left, yeah. Five more damage.
He must have been healed then. Because he apparently now has 3 health, so he must have been healed by the 4 because he's just done 4 damage. That's maths.
That's math, that is.
It is. Oh, I'll have that.
Oh,
and then knocks him down.
Just get the kill.
I mean,
Why not?
he gets this last takeout. It's kind of in the bag at this point with the amount of offensive output this team has. Fraser's in a position where he can't score because he just feeds the game.
Yeah. We come full circle to Vengeance, saying like, I've got the ball, but I can't score.
But I legitimately don't think it's over. I've been in this situation before. I had specifically of note at the Rusty Cup earlier in the year.
Yeah.
I had a game where I was using Veteran Rage into Alchemists, and I managed to scything blow 4 players to death. One of them being Midas, and I felt amazing until I realised that my bubble of death had nothing anywhere near it.
Yeah.
My clock was really low. The person I was playing brought all 4 on completely out of range, and I lost, even though I had so much control over the game at that point because I just had nothing to hit.
Yeah, that's fair.
Avarice shoving some people around by the looks of it.
Yeah, it looks...
So yeah, ending a turn on 27 momentum doesn't always mean you win the game.
That's good.
I can't help but feel like remembering Usurper.
Yeah.
Like it seems like one tack when you look at it in the grand scheme of things seems like such a small thing, but it's huge.
Yeah. Gutter next. This is why we want him alive. Pull one in with chain grab.
Yeah.
Hit Avarice, chain grab, pull in on her. On his low health. Delete that.
I'm
big
assuming
stack
she
of
was
influence.
healed because I've got her down as 4. I'm assuming she's on at least 8, but I could be wrong.
Honor gets
Honor
chain
gets
grab.
chain grabbed in.
Swings away.
So many chain grabs.
Oh, people saying it's useless. We are seeing some great use. I think this is the gutter masterclass.
It's been pretty good.
It's been a fantastic use of gutter, pulling people into the death bubble.
Almost as fun as Corsair.
Yeah.
Takes the scything blow. Avarice left on 1 health.
Yep.
Honor left on some, but I don't know how much.
She has a big stack next to her of influence.
Honor, yeah.
So then blowing a 1-inch push.
I believe that's Avarice gone down.
Yeah. Maybe, probably not.
No.
Interesting. I could have sworn that would be Avarice gone.
Yep. Honor dies.
What? What?
I'm getting lost in the...
So for us, we had Avarice come back on, and even if he healed to 14, he has taken loads more than 14.
Yeah.
Rage did 4, 3, 3.
Maybe he
knockdown.
healed during his activation because he just went and shoved someone.
Yeah, possibly.
I don't...
4, 3, 3, that's 10.
Like if he healed 8 in total, that would
8
leave him
in
still
total.
alive.
2, 4, 6, 8. The rapid one, yeah.
Just.
Like,
he's got 1 left now,
yeah.
I believe.
Avarice stood up and healed. Thank you. Yeah.
But yeah, that is 9 to Henry K now.
Yes.
After that kill of Honor.
And where does the ball scatter to? Did they scatter the ball? Oh, they must have done.
Yeah, they did.
Can
And it
Flint
landed
score?
in decimate range. So he's got to do something about it.
Yeah.
10 minutes left on Henry's clock. 19 left
Good save.
on Fraser's. Sprinting back.
Yep.
Grabs the ball. Then passes to Flint.
Yep. Losing a dice for Benny. So 2 dice. 2 up to 3, back down to 2. Gets it. Generate point momentum. Flint probably just gets blinded here, doesn't he?
It's a weird one because I don't know who you use to finish Avarice off. Because if you commit Decimate, your goal in return disappears.
No, Hemlock.
With a snapshot from someone?
Snapshot Veteran Rage.
Oh, yeah.
Do it, Henry.
I mean, if it was me, I would pass the strong box, dodge him 4 inches forward, take the initiative, wander in, finish off Avarice, tapping goal.
6-point activation from Strongbox.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't get much better.
No.
That's a masterclass.
Yeah, interestingly, chat saying that if Avarice hadn't healed,
Oh, yeah, Honor's fine.
Honor might
Yeah.
have lived.
Well, no, she wouldn't have, because Avarice would have dropped quicker and then Gutter would have just punched her instead.
Everything into it. But then you don't get the silent blows, you don't get the threes.
She had a heroic on her, right?
No, that was on Rage.
That was on Rage himself. I'm not 100% certain. I think she must have been on 8 health.
Yeah.
And at that point, I think she
Three,
has...
Yeah.
She definitely takes 2 scything blows, and with 2 left, Gutter can probably get that done. But it's closer. It's not a tacked-on thing.
No.
And the goal getting measured. Hey, again, it's another one where I think we're seeing like damage limitation.
Yeah.
Is it fair to say the only player we've actually seen do anything meaningful on this Masons lineup is Flint? Like everyone else just seems to have been doing
there.
spending influence to spend influence.
Yeah.
We haven't seen an on a legendary.
No. I don't think we've had a chance to see it on a legendary. She's been out the game most of it. So if I were Frazier for this tournament,
Yeah.
I think, knowing that I've already qualified, I have spent all my games playing Hammer and getting some real good, high-quality games in, learning him and seeing if he's a viable option for the Worlds.
But we're not properly competitive people, are we?
No.
Like nowadays, if I go to an event, it's way more for a social reason, and I'm not really bothered about winning.
For us, but if you have qualified for World Championship and you want to win World Championships, you're already there, as Frazier is, I would spend this weekend practicing Hammer.
Winning a tournament's winning a tournament.
It is.
The pride of the Scottish. He wants to conquer all of the United Kingdom. He wants to take all the championships. So he just wanders into the US like, oh, who are you? Oh, I'm just the king of the United Kingdom.
Yeah.
I won all of their championships. Come at me.
Yeah.
It's not going so hot with that,
No,
though. So,
no.
I mean, sure. I mean, had it been me, yes, I would have tried stuff that I hadn't been playing with a lot.
Yeah.
I know Fraser plays a lot of Honor anyway.
Yeah, so I guess you stick to your comfort zone.
But it also gives you an opportunity to see, I mean, an errata's just come out, you see how everything works within your comfort zone now an errata exists.
Yeah. That's fair, that's fair.
This is Decimate coming in to finish off Avarice.
Yeah. So 7 momentum for the Union and none for the Masons. Masons have been starved of everything this game. Activations, momentum, influence. Activations.
Just everything.
Yeah.
Anything you could possibly imagine. The only thing that they haven't been starved of is VPs,
And goals.
which is weird.
That's 2 more, yeah. So it's 11-4 to Henry K. Where's Marbles?
Up in the top corner.
Ah.
Safe-ish.
Safe. Until Chain grabs him in. No one's safe this game. And looking at Vet Rage going to finish off Flint there. After the Mallet has
So
10.
it's going to go and finish
Mallet.
Mallet off.
Yeah.
Mallet just with the 10.
Yeah. And with the crowd outs there, we should.
Oh, God, dead. Yeah. This is about as tacked on as you can get, I think. What I would do is bring a player on and engage him.
Avarice.
Bring him on, engage, make it so you can't charge if you can get anyone close enough.
Quick time charge, yeah.
Just make it so he has to invest more into it. Brick, good person for that.
Yeah.
The 2-inch melee can probably just about engage him so he doesn't get that free charge.
Yeah.
But the Fraser doesn't seem to be thinking straight. I think that's the right play, right? You bring on Brick to engage. You bring him on to engage Rage so that he can't get that free charge. With the tough hide, he can't kill Brick. Brick will be getting cover.
Yeah.
Like, sure, it might be a degree of delaying the inevitable, but that's...
I think if Flint gets down to 1 health...
Flint or Mallet?
Sorry, Mallet. If Mallet gets down to 1 health, should Red Fury Hemlock to kill.
Yes. Hemlock's actually been fantastic in this game.
Yeah. Yeah. The poison's been so good.
Yep.
Poison and blind.
Here they come.
Poison 2. Oh, yeah. Defensive stance.
3 momentous damage. So 7
3 and a
health
1
left
each
on
push.
Mallet. I think that's the writing on the wall. It's got 4 attacks to go and shoved out of cover with the push.
Yep.
The writing is on the wall with this one, I think. It's not the best roll in the world, but he doesn't need the best rolls in the world.
3 health left on Mallet.
3 health remaining on Mallet after that damage.
And that's him.
And that's game.
And that's game.
Well played to
Henry
Henry.
K wins 12-4.
With 6 takeouts. 7 takeouts.
7 takeouts.
Poor marbles.
Poor marbles. Well, what a game.
What a bloodbath.
Yeah. Who needs to score in Season 3?
The weird thing about that one for me, I looked at the lineups ahead of the game and thought that was going to be a lot cagier than it was.
Yeah, the
it
Masons
kind of
sort of
just
threw themselves in and almost fed the kill.
I mean, the
count.
main discussion point was that a bait or not with the dropping
Yeah.
the ball to bring Flint in? I'm
I
sure
don't-
Henry would say it was, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't think anyone can see that far into the game to say, oh, if I drop this ball, then you're going to come in with Flint, and then I'm going to kill 3 of your players in the next turn.
I think it's definitely something to say that was fantastic play with Gutter.
Yeah,
The
that was the
repositions.
Gutter show.
It was Gutter and Vet Rage,
Yeah.
kind of everything. I thought Decimate was going to be a way bigger part of that.
Yeah.
I thought Decimate was going to be used to
Reduce death.
just to like set them up more, but she wasn't. She was always like the last activation,
Yeah.
come in and
Just
blink
sort
some
of
damage off.
Chip away a few more.
Hemlock seemed like a peculiar pick at first, but those early
Poison
poisons
and blind.
got everything
Like,
down.
bonus time blind is a legitimate tactic against these low defense teams.
Strongbox didn't do much. Usually, when I played Veteran Rage, everything is based around Strongbox.
Yeah.
He was huge for the 3 takeout activation, and then kind of was just left behind.
I think that's what happens. But if you've used him to guarantee those, not guarantee, but to assist those 3 takeouts, he's done his job.
Yeah, that's fair.
He's
That's
set you up.
free momentum.
Yeah, that is snowballing beyond belief.
Yeah. And there was just, as I said when I said about the game I had with Veteran Rage, where when I killed too many players in a turn, it actually cost me the game.
Yeah.
I wonder if that may have been the case here, where if Fraser had just backed off as soon as everything was dying, made it so that he couldn't keep, because he stayed so central with at least one player.
Yeah, every time.
And every time that death ball just reformed,
just
Gutter pulled it back
blobs
in,
around, killing.
and it was they never had to separate.
No.
And trying to force separation
No.
is what makes that game playable. And in the end, it just was
Also,
too much.
the Masons, they excel at out-threatening people due to superior strategy.
Yeah.
And so we saw it with Flint, just boom, in goal. That should have been a recycled tactic against a team like this, where if you can just disengage, stay away from them,
Yeah.
set up superior strategy, go in, win the first activation, do
Yep.
what you need to do, get out again,
Yep.
and end up sort of like, even if Flint dodges, like we've said in previous ones, if you dodge closer to the goal to force the bubble to sort of, do we deal with Flint behind us, or do we press forward into the
separate
team?
out, or do we have to kind of keep going and hope for the best?
Do we send one person back to kill him eventually?
Yeah.
But he'll probably just disappear from us. So, fantastic play there from Henry, and I think some poor decisions from Fraser.
You look at chain grab
Yeah.
with the 2-inch melee and everything going on, it's actually really hard to play around how far that can actually grab you out. And you can't just not participate in the game.
No.
And there is the argument for, like, you need to be involved, you need to be getting momentum. Fraser didn't win any initiative the entire game. Would it have really mattered if he stood off and just forced Henry to make some awkward decisions? Because he was spending momentum to heal quite a lot. But if you keep everyone so that the investment's harder, because you have to choose one person to go for, rather than just presenting these opportunities where it was like, oh, you're nearly dead and that person's there, so I'm going to hook them in there next.
Yeah.
And that was how that happened.
That was that game, yeah.
But yeah, we've seen a game which was 6 takeouts. You don't see those often, and it was
that's cool to
over
see.
with 35 minutes left of the round. Usually games which you just takeouts go longer.
8 minutes left on Henry's clock, 15 on Fraser's.
But yeah, it was impressive to watch. We'll be back for round 4.
Got round 4, so 35 minutes left on the round, takes us to about 20 past, and then 10-minute break, so about 4:30.
So we'll be back around 4:30.
Yeah, if you join us around that time, we'll put shouts out on Twitter and Facebook when we're ready to go.
The social medias, and we will catch you back for the last game of the day.